Have you ever felt different from the people around you? Like you just don't belong? You're not like them. If you have, you know how isolating and sometimes painful that feeling can be. Arthur Schopenhauer, a German philosopher who lived between 1788 and 1860, talked about a similar feeling. He said that really smart people often feel alone, not because they want to be apart from others, but because they simply don't fit in. They're like a puzzle piece that doesn't quite match the ones around it. Let me explain what he meant and why it still matters today. You see, Schopenhauer believed that being smart isn't just about having a high IQ or knowing a lot of facts. It's also about how you think and how sensitive you are to the world around you. People who are smarter tend to think deeper, more critically and more independently. They don't just accept things as they are. They question, they explore, and they seek understanding. This makes them different from most people, and not in a bad way. It's just that they're not interested in the same things, don't understand things in the same way, and they think about things on a different level. This difference can cause some problems though. For example, when you're trying to talk to someone who doesn't understand what you're saying or doesn't care about what you're saying, it can get frustrating. Imagine you're trying to describe the most beautiful sunset you've ever seen, but all your friend can think about is the stain on the carpet at home. That's what it's like for smart people when they try to talk to people who do you and share their interests or their way of thinking. It's hard to connect, it's hard to communicate, and it can make smart people feel isolated. And then there's the problem of being misunderstood. When you're different from the people around you, they might not understand you. They might think you're weird or strange or even dangerous. They might try to ignore you, exclude you, or even hurt you. That's why some really smart people choose to be alone. They don't want to deal with the frustration and the pain of being different. They'd rather be on their own than be rejected or hurt by others. But here's the thing. Being different isn't always a bad thing. Yes, it can be hard and painful sometimes, but it can also be a good thing. Being different means you have something special to offer to the world. You have a unique perspective, a different way of thinking, and that's valuable. So don't hide your intelligence. Don't be afraid to be different. The world needs people like you. Now let me ask you a question. Have you ever met someone who just didn't seem to fit in? Someone who was really smart but also really lonely? Or maybe you've seen this on TV or in a movie. Share your thoughts below. We'd love to hear from you. Now let's go back to our story. So you might be thinking, okay, so what? Everyone has their own way of thinking. What's wrong with that? Well, here's the thing. When you spend too much time thinking by yourself, you can start to think that you're better than everyone else. You can start to think that everyone else is stupid, and that's not a good thing. Schopenhauer believed that smart people should be humble. They should be aware of their own limitations, and they should be respectful towards other people's opinions, even if they don't agree with them. Being smart isn't about being arrogant or selfish. It's about being curious and compassionate. It's about wanting to understand the world and the people around you. So if you're smart, you shouldn't use your intelligence to look down on others. You should use it to connect with others and make the world a better place. In a nutshell, Schopenhauer's idea is that being smart doesn't make you superior. It makes you responsible. You have a responsibility to use your intelligence wisely and to treat others with respect and kindness. It's not easy, but it's important. Why does any of this matter? You might ask. Well, because it's easy to forget in today's world. With social media and technology, we often focus on ourselves and what makes us different instead of focusing on what unites us. We often compare ourselves to others and feel like we're not good enough or smart enough, and that's not good for us or for the world. We need to remember that we're all human beings. We all have strengths and weaknesses. We all have something to contribute to the world. So next time you feel frustrated because you're different, take a deep breath and remember that being different isn't a bad thing. It's an opportunity to learn and grow. It's a chance to make the world a better place. So if you're struggling with feeling different or isolated or misunderstood, know that you're not alone. It's part of the human experience, but don't let it bring you down. Use it as fuel to make the world a better place. Be curious, be compassionate, and be humble. And don't forget to celebrate the differences that make you you. In a world where everyone wants to be validated and accepted, Schopenhauer reminds us that true freedom lies in being authentically ourselves, even if that means being alone sometimes. That doesn't mean we shouldn't try to connect with others or make friends. Of course we should. But it does mean that we should uncompromise our values or pretend to be something we're not. We all want to feel like we belong, but sometimes belonging means compromising who you are, and that's not worth it. As Schopenhauer said, it is better to be alone than to be in a place where you are not valued for who you are. Think about it. When you're in a relationship or a friendship that isn't right for you, it can be tempting to stay because you don't want to be alone. But staying in that situation won't make you happy or fulfilled. It'll only make you more unhappy and unfulfilled. Sometimes the best thing you can do for yourself is to walk away from a situation, even if that means being alone. Being alone isn't the same as being lonely. You can be alone and be happy, content, and fulfilled. You can be surrounded by people and still feel alone. It all depends on your mindset. Being alone gives you the opportunity to get to know yourself better. It gives you the space to figure out who you are and what you want out of life. It allows you to set healthy boundaries and to choose who you want to be around. Some people might not understand why you're choosing to be alone. They might pressure you to get into relationships or to hang out with certain people. But you have to remember that you're doing this for yourself. You don't need anyone else's approval or permission. It's not always easy to be alone, especially in a world that values relationships and social connections above all else. But it's worth it. Being alone is a luxury that not everyone can afford. It takes courage, resilience, and but the rewards are immeasurable. When you're alone, you have the freedom to pursue your own goals and dreams. You're not held back by anyone else's expectations or limitations. You can explore the world on your own terms and discover new things about yourself and others. Don't be afraid to be alone. Embrace it. It's an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become the best version of yourself. As Schopenhauer said, true freedom lies in being alone, thinking deeply and cultivating silence. Now I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Do you relate to any of these ideas? Have you ever struggled with feeling alone or misunderstood? Or maybe you've never felt that way and you're wondering why anyone would choose to be alone. Share your thoughts below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.